Hi guys, and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing Ride 4. We're checking out the brand new DLC pack, Italian Style Pack 2. Came out a couple of days ago, but unfortunately I was yet to make a video, so here we are today making a video on the Italian Style Pack 2. So the bike we are going to be using in today's video is the MV Agusta Rivale 800cc. And for the majority of this track and this bike so far, I've been literally full throttle over across the couple of corners at the beginning, and then to the left-hander there, just finally slowed things down. But going into turn 4 for Roche, I must say, French Riviera, I've probably said this quite a lot in the past that I didn't really like this track. I tended to avoid it when I could, just really wasn't a big fan of the track. I'm not a big fan of the layout, but you know what? The more I've ridden here and the more I've played it in the video game, the more my opinion has changed. I actually rather enjoy this track now. It's sort of a strange one, because you could have asked me this at the start of the time I'd played Ride 4 and I would have said it's not for me, I don't really like it. But I'm pleased to say, with these French Riviera tracks, whether it be the short circuit or the North Circuit variant, it's growing on me quite a lot, and I think I'm really enjoying it. And Mad Max said in the comment section of the previous Ride 4 video of how much Ride 4 means to us, and I've got to agree with him. Ride 4 has been absolutely fantastic, and I've got to say I'm a little bit upset that the DLC is coming to an end. There's only maybe 2 more DLC packs now. One of them or 2 of them are going to be a bonus free pack, but of course this one is part of the premium DLC for £4 on Steam right now. And of course it does come with 5 bikes with 5 achievements as well, 3 achievements and 10 events. So the 5 bikes are the Aprilia RSV 1000R Racing Modified Variant, the MV Agusta Rivale 800cc that you can see right now, the Aprilia RSV 1000R, the Ducati 888 SP5, and of course the Ducati 888 SP5 Racing Modified Bike. And excuse my voice there for deciding to disappear on me halfway through that comment. But the French Riviera has been dominated here today with this MV Agusta Rivale 800cc. We've got another time trial for you in a moment's time, and then we will do a race. So we now move across to Canto, still utilising the MV Agusta Rivale 800cc, and we're going to be using the MV Agusta throughout this video actually, so apologies if you're not going to see any of the other Ducatis or Aprilias right now, but for the time being, this MV Agusta I think is absolutely brilliant. It handles extremely well, it is very smooth on the throttle, and it is also very smooth on the brakes as well, so big thumbs up from me to Milestone for absolutely nailing the MV Agusta Rivale 800cc. But of course, Canto being one of my favourite road circuits, I'm pleased to be tackling this circuit once again. Probably my favourite road circuit in the game. I do love being here. We've done the weekly time trial challenges here, and I've even done my DrAce time trial challenge at this very circuit as well. This track has everything. Undulation, long corners, tight hairpins, heavy braking markers, gentle on the brakes. Honestly, it's a fantastic track, so if you're not a fan of Canto, I would advise for you to jump on with this Italian style pack, jump into the rivalry group, and to give it a wonderful try, especially with this MV Agusta Rivale 800cc. So onto the right hand side we go for City 2 for turn 10. Only a couple more corners to be navigated now, and then we'll crack on with an actual race. So hopefully we'll have some legendary people in there, such as Bujang Bengana, Johnny Glamour, and potentially Carlos Pavedias. Onto the left hand side for turn 11, and that has completed turn 11. Now onto the right hand side for turn 12. Full acceleration at 2120, 20 degrees in the air, and across the line we will go. Bang! Another job well done. So as mentioned earlier, we are sticking with the MV Agusta Rivale 800cc. We're in 6th position right now for the Nürburgring GP, but of course that really doesn't matter at all, because we're going to go over to one side and allow the AI to get on through. As you've seen Lou Chabranaro getting through there, we'll be waiting behind everyone else, and if anyone crashes or anyone bins it, we can always give them a chance to get it. Oh, there you go, speak of the devil, Walter Nemetz went down, so we'll wait for the German to get ahead of us, and then we'll begin to close him down and the rest of the group. Now of course the AI in Ride 4 unfortunately is never really that difficult enough. Quite the opposite in MotoGP 21, as I found out yesterday, or at least a couple of days ago, with the Aprilia in MotoGP, since we moved up to MotoGP in career mode. So if you haven't seen my career mode video yet, I would highly advise for you to jump in and watch it when you get the chance. Of course, Argentina will be tomorrow, round 2 of the MotoGP 21 MotoGP category career mode, so stay tuned for that one, and always stay ace regardless. And of course, if you are enjoying the video and you're liking the series so far, be sure to hit that like button and maybe hit that subscribe button as well. Of course, making daily content, so there's plenty of content for you to always watch whenever you fancy it. So onto the right hand side we go for the Dunlop curve, turn 5. Ooh, just touching the grass on the exit there. I have done that way too many times over my time in Ride 4 and beyond that, even in Ride 3 and Ride 2. I've always tended to go a little bit too wide in that corner and then touching the grass, but we're right onto the rear now of Walter Nemeth. Onto the left hand side we will go. I didn't see us get past Ben Wilson, so I'm not sure what happened to him. I think he also crashed on the MV Agusta Rivale. So onto the right hand side we go for the Warsteiner curve. We're going to pick up a lot of acceleration here. We'll get onto the right hand side and we're getting close towards the apex for the Advan Bogan, and then we'll get it hard on the brakes going into the left-handers and then the right-hander for the chicane. Hard on the brakes we go, dropping the anchors. Onto the left-hand side we'll go, flick it to the right-hand side once more for turn 10, and then we'll start pursuing Walter Nemeth. I think we'll blast past him on the straight there, so we're going to have to be a little bit careful. We'll maybe have to try and make it a little bit more interesting as we bump into the wall there. Helmet into the wall there. Massive scratch on this Nolan helmet. The Casey Stoner helmet has been well and truly scratched and scuffed now. So of course now it means we have a 4-second gap to the leader, Chen Shi. So guys, as you can tell already, my voice has been pretty bad in this one so far, so I do apologise if that is affecting the audio experience in this video, but of course there's not really much else I can do about it. I'm not sure why. I think it's just my allergies and just difficulty with everything else and all the recording. But don't worry, I'll be absolutely fine as we get picked up a little bit in the corner there with Walter Nemeth, the MV Agusta Super Veloce. I do believe that is one of the best bikes in the game, no doubt. I'd really love the MV Agusta Super Veloce as we'll go around the outside of another Rivale. I do love the livery and the scheme for that particular one. As we go around the outside, not just one, but 2 riders. Can we then get on the inside for the Ford curve, for potentially on the outside as we get a little bit too close to the MV Agusta there. MV Agusta getting a little bit in my way. I guess it was a little bit too aggressive on my part, but we'll try and outbrake him going into the right-hander for the Dunlop curve. The MV Agusta Super Veloce is still hanging in there. Super Veloce versus Rivale, the battle of the MV Agustas, as we do go around the outside of Salim Bandi. Now onto the left-hand side for the Michael Schumacher S, and that is a gorgeously executed move around the outside for the Michael Schumacher S. So now hard on the brakes once more for the left-hander. Turn 7 for the Michelin curve, getting to the left-hand side. Then we'll flick it to the right-hand side with George Adams and Fausto Guversoni ahead of us. So full acceleration now. We'll flick it over to the right-hand side there, because look at the speed that we picked up just by opening the throttle. Not sure why the Ride 4 AIs just struggle on the throttle, but there you go. We blitz past them with relative ease. So on the left-hand side now for turn 10, flick it to the right for turn 10. Still, I don't know why that doesn't change to turn 11. Well, here we go now into the final corner for turn 11 for the Coca-Cola curve. And speaking of which, I could probably do with a Coca-Cola to soothe one's throat, but I've got my water and lemon nonetheless. And of course, touching the exit out of that corner as well. I've done that probably way more beyond the one into the Dunlop curve. And to be honest with you, I'm always doing that in that particular corner. So lap 3 of 5 now. We've still got plenty of time to go. Nicholas Kekkonen just ahead of us, and Justin Schulman, the German in his home track, is leading this Grand Prix with a relative style, but of course a gap that's only 2.0 seconds now as we dive up on the inside to take 3rd position. That gap is dropping down ever so quickly. Lap per lap we're just taking chunks away from the leaders up the front in this Nürburgring GP, and you better believe we'll be doing it all over again in a minute. Hard on the brakes, and then to the left hand side we'll be right there with Chen Shi any moment now. Justin Schulman does have a 1.2 second gap for now. It's not enough to really get excited about for him, because we are taking chunks and chunks and chunks away from the riders ahead of us, because of course don't forget we did start at the back of the grid and we did allow a couple of riders who had crashed to get back ahead of us, and that is still not enough for the Ride 4 AI. I'm sure we'll beat Chen Shi going into the Schumacher S, or close enough to. Onto the left hand side we'll go for turn 6. On the right hand side now, can we go around the outside, getting really close to it? A little bit of contact made there with Chen Shi, the Chinese man ricocheting off the British fella, chucking it into the left hander there. Goodness me, both riders almost came head to toe and almost collided into each other in the sense of an aggressive fashion, but both men are still on board their respectable motorcycles, and both men are still occupying a position on the podium right now. So turn 9 we will go. Hard on the brakes in just a moment as we get closer and closer to the end of this race so far. But onto the left hand side now for turn 10. Flick it to the right now as it's just gone 10 AM in the morning. 19 degrees temperature in this wonderful German circuit right now. As on the right hand side we go for the Coca-Cola curve. Full acceleration now. If we were in MotoGP, it'd be power setting 3, full acceleration, full tuck-in, get in behind the German and potentially beat him going into turn 1. But as you can see, 1.141 seconds quicker than our previous lap time. It's a 1:59.681, fastest lap of the race for us so far in lap 3 of 5. But now it is time for the penultimate lap, where we're going to chase down Justin Schulman and probably beat him sooner than you may think. Trying a wider line here to potentially line him up for the outside, but not quite good enough for going into the Mercedes arena. We needed to be a lot closer than that to make a move. Full acceleration now, but do watch out for the bump in the middle of the track. As you can see, very, very gentle on the terms of brakes there, going in to the left-hander. Now into the right-hand side, Justin Schulman taking a very defensive line. He knows it's coming. We're going to get full acceleration now, a bit of slipstream as we go around the outside, ready to line him up going into the Dunlop curve. Hard on the brakes, but he's going to get up into it. Oh, cutting my nose off going into the Dunlop curve. That was extremely close. Too close for comfort there, as I felt like I was going to clatter into the back of him. But the Michael Schumacher S is beckoning in DrAce right now. Around the outside we go, and up into the lead for the Michael Schumacher S. Beautifully done there from the British rider, as we now take the lead here into the Nürburgring GP. Big thumbs up for me for that move, and I hope big thumbs up from you guys as well after clicking the like button on that particular overtake. But we have already done the business now. The gap is piling up now. It's going to be well over a second before we even end this lap. I'll be amazed to see what it is as we just touch the grass once again. This MV Agusta Rivale, pretty good at cutting the grass, let's be honest. We might be able to use it as a lawnmower if required, but for the time being, we don't need to look into that right now. Hard on the brakes we go for turn 10 for this penultimate lap. A little bit wide into the corner exit there, or at least the corner entry. Now onto the exit, we're trying to avoid that bit of dust that I usually end up touching. But underneath the BMW sign and full acceleration we go across the line. The gap is now 1 second. Hard on the brakes for turn 1, and you know what? I'm not going to probably do a wheelie on this one, but we ran it a little bit wide going into the Hooghaken. I was going to focus all this one onto a completely fast lap time, but I think we can still navigate it pretty well. We were taking things rather slowly behind Justin Schulman, making sure we could line him up for a perfect overtake, which I guess we did. It wasn't the best looking overtake, but boy did we ever manage to get it done. So of course guys, Monday it will be the 2nd of August. And shameful plug I guess, but I'll be live streaming that day because it is my birthday. So it'll be a birthday live stream on Monday the 2nd of August at 8 PM. I will do a community post so you guys can see regardless. But yeah, the 2nd of August, Monday, 8 PM, DrAce's birthday stream. I'm going to be 27 years young, and hence the reason why I'm wearing the Casey Stoner 27 helmet. Of course, it just seems rather fitting. I guess when we're going to play MotoGP, I'm going to have to use Casey Stone a lot in that one to celebrate being 27 years young. Tell you what, it feels like I'm about 50 now with my voice, but right now it's quite okay for the sense of being 27 years old. On the right hand side we'll go now for the Warsteiner curve, and there's only a few more corners for us to navigate for another successful DrAce video and DrAce victory. So tight in the apex we go there for turn 9, full acceleration. This could well and truly be a 1:58 lap time here in the Nürburgring GP. I would like to do some more laps here in the Nürburgring, I really do like it, but we'll get to that when we get to it. So final corner to navigate, wonderfully done once again. I do hope to see you tomorrow for the MotoGP round 2 in Argentina, and I do hope to see you on Monday as well for both the Monster Energy Supercross, MXGP and the live stream on Monday for my birthday. So guys, as always, thank you very much for watching the video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I do apologise about my voice in this one, but unfortunately there's not much I can do about it. So guys, like, comment and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. Hit the notification bell to be alerted to every single DrAce upload. And upon the note guys, thank you for watching, and ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now, with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.